Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning, right?
I am John Palacio.
And I'm April Martinez. Good morning,
Yay.
please. Thank you
Yay.
for having us in your home. Hi, John.
It is a fun Friday. Good morning,
is.
April.
Good morning.
How is you?
I am doing well. How are you?
My goodness, I'm good. I'm good. It's all good. It's a beautiful morning out. It's the 8th day, 9th day, 11th day of March. My goodness, you ain't mind me.
Listen, I may feel like yesterday, I'm a Wednesday, and I almost never come to work.
Real?
Because Monday, I'm a holiday.
Oh yeah, so Monday was actually Tuesday, Monday.
Yes. Confused the days were.
And there it is. Speaking of that, though it is a beautiful morning out in the city, I feel so good.
It's nice out.
Yeah.
It's been lovely the past few days. It's a little hot, but you know I could deal with the heat. It's beautiful outside.
Yeah, that's what March is about. You know,
Yes.
when it comes to weather in the month of March, April, it's all about that heat. But then again, you get some wind with it. So here in the city, we see some folks, some of the kids actually flying their kites.
Yes.
You know, especially in the south side of the city, taking a drive around there. I said, man, it's been a while. Do you remember how to make a kite?
No.
You don't remember how to make a kite?
No, do you?
Of course I know how to make a kite. You need some coconut straw. You need plastic bag.
Okay.
You need plastic
Yeah, I
bag.
know. I hear you the first
You need
time.
you need some thread.
And
And you start stringer and you bam 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 bloop. Tie the bag there like
it
that.
actually fly, or you just
yes, because the loop have to go. They have to make sure the loop is good, and as long as that loop is good,
and you run fast.
Stand up. No, you could just stand up and seal. If the loop is good, you stand up and seal. If the loop not good, then you run fast and they just start go like this. So
the more you know, really. I don't know. I've never actually
made a kite.
Yeah, I never made
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we've got our days. You know, back in my PG days, man, we used to do these things.
Back
you know,
in your days.
Back in my PG days, make kite, make cat, make glue, make
glue.
Yes, the flower glue. Oh my
but
goodness.
But that is a stick. That not really work.
Flower glue. Yes, it does. Oh my goodness.
So we have a lot to learn then. Next segment, John will teach you how to make glue.
Speaking of that, a little later on this morning, of course, we've got some science project for you, and that's the reason why I started there. But speaking of starting there, today being March 11th, April, it's a very significant date, simply because today marked the 2 years of this, of coronavirus, actually, or the SARS-CoV-2. Becoming a global pandemic.
Yeah.
That was when they declared it. That was 2 years ago on March 11th.
Yeah.
And ever since then, everything got shut down. You know, everybody had their stint of shutdowns. We didn't know how to deal with the pandemic. We didn't know how to deal with the coronavirus on a whole. Then this happened, that happened. People had to start. It was a hard reality because you had to learn how to love from a distance. Yeah. But we're not used to it. No. Especially in a close-knit country such as Belize.
I mean, our culture is very, very huggy, lovey-dovey, and you know, not that we're complaining about it, but that was the hard part. And the hard part was not just that you're not able to be close to people, but something as simple as hugging your grandparents, hugging your parents, hugging your loved ones, your partner. That became the reality of our lives 2 years ago. And I don't know. I think even with all of the regulations being lifted, people still are walking around with their masks. We have become accustomed to a new lifestyle.
Because that was bestowed upon us. Look, you have to wear this mask. You have to wear this mask. You have to wear this mask. And so when you ever watch the episode of SpongeBob where they thought him to be only a executive, not chef, but an executive waiter. Look, that was all that was in his mind. So thereafter, when they ask him his name, you're like, "What's your name?" I don't know.
You don't know?
The same thing with this mask. We were taught you should wear this mask. You should wear this mask. You still go in the bathroom and wash your hands for 20 seconds?
I wash my hands.
Because
I sanitize everywhere. I still spray the money. I still spray my groceries.
spray your knob, your doorknob. Take your stuff off when you get in, when you get home.
As soon as you get home, you shower. As soon as you get,
So
it's not that it's a bad thing,
it's not. It's literally
because
not.
really and truly, one of the things that I've come to understand about viruses and pandemic, and especially with this pandemic, is that we weren't clean. It was all about hygiene, and we had to become more cleanly. I mean, I remember in a preschool, they used to teach you how to wash your hands, brush your teeth, and then those things stopped.
Yeah.
And so kids they were just living.
They were just living. And, and so, like we mentioned, today being the 11th day of March 2022, it was 11th March 2020 that the coronavirus was actually labeled a global pandemic.
Where were you March 11, 2020?
Right up on his chair. Right here.
They declare that it's a pandemic, or we never know yet?
I could remember Marlene and I making mention that of the, it's declared a pandemic and whatnot. We had some serious conversations about it. I could remember that. Yes, indeed. If I wasn't here on this chair, I mean, there's some way to watch TV then to talk about it.
I was getting a flu shot.
At that particular, March 11th.
At March 11th.
2 years ago.
I was getting a flu shot because from November, December of 2019, the name was already circulating in the parts of Asia.
Yes.
We had friends in Taiwan that were talking about it, friends in China, and then friends in Europe that were speaking about it. And it was in the news. I remember it being in the news in January and so forth.
Yeah.
But we didn't pay attention to it.
No, it wasn't.
Right?
It wasn't.
Because we were like, that's over yonder.
Look, even so, in the month of March, we actually had 2020. There was a Belikin La Ruta Maya.
Yeah, it was the last Belikin La Ruta Maya.
It was the last Belikin La Ruta Maya. And so, people were out there. At that time, you heard, I could remember hearing, there were cases started to brew up in San Pedro, and people were like, you have to be very careful and whatnot. But that's where we are today, still trying to learn how to live with this. There's some countries who have said, everything has been lifted. You could actually live your normal life, but we have instilled on you already what to do and what not to do to try and take care of yourselves.
Right.
At this point, in our country, we have uplifted the curfew, so there is no curfew in the country, but you could actually walk around without a mask if you're in outdoor areas. But when you get to a building, a public building, you get inside a store, you should wear your mask.
Which is fine, because people are crowding inside anywhere. They're no longer keeping the social distance.
Yeah.
They're no longer really, we're free up.
Yeah.
Right, we're free up.
Yeah.
And I'm still monitoring the cases. Every single day we monitor the cases, just in case, they say not get too comfortable. Easter to come.
Yeah, Easter is right around the corner, and folks are definitely looking forward to it. We could see the effects of the not the effects, but what folks were actually anticipating, which was this year's Belikin La Ruta Maya, which today makes it 1 week for the kickoff.
How was it?
And it was. I don't know. You know what? It was crowded. It was crowded, but people were happy to be outside, and while some folks were happy, some folks were wearing masks.
Yeah.
I wore masks. Some folks were just happy to be outside, like finally. And then traversing from point A to point Z, you could see how the vegetation have grown because of lack of human beings in those particular areas. The most beautiful sight for me was when we made a stop to More Tomorrow Village. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. And I felt like, man, like really we got this.
Yeah.
We got this. And I've got to say thanks to Michelle, my friend Michelle. It was just a beautiful sight. It was just a beautiful sight. I'm so thankful for those folks there in that village.
What about, maybe I shouldn't ask you, because I'm not sure if you were working, but what about the regulations?
The regulations, well, that was another thing. The police did try their best to enforce things, and we've got to say kudos to those who complied. But there are a lot of people who did not comply, I guess, because of the feel of just being free.
Yeah.
So that's a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
But April, there are so many things in the news that we could break down from last night. One of those things, and I think that for me it was hard hitting for me, is watching a video
Oh.
with
yeah.
a child drinking alcohol,
I
and
saw it circulating
and these
Facebook,
people
yes.
actually cheering
Cheering
him
him
on. That thing ripped my heart out. You know, you know, because when it comes to dealing with children, you know, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
And I can't, for the life of me, understand why grown people would actually give a trial, and especially what he was drinking.
Yeah, they call it the bad man.
They call it bad man. I mean, like, come on, like really? And then, you know, somebody in the background saying, you need to take one shot. A female voice.
Yeah,
You need to
it was
take
a
one
man
shot.
and a woman.
Yes.
In the back.
And then teaching the child, you know, gang, you know, calling gang names. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Then yet you complain that you know what, the police are not doing enough, or these kids are nuisance in you know, in society, and in, you know, how do you do that?
Yeah.
What possessed you? What got through your mind? And you know what? That is not the first time such thing had happened.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's happening every day. But yet we blame each other, and we blame people, and we blame this one and we blame that one. When in reality it's us as parents. The onus is up to us to not to give these children these things. As a matter of fact, you ain't supposed to consume alcohol from wrong picnic.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a style. It becomes what they see. What they see is what they follow. And yet you do that? Ridiculous. I'm sorry.
No. You don't, no apologize, because one of the sad realities is that how much time you got to shop? How much time you got to shop?
A lot of times you got to shop.
Say, one child
Buying cigarettes,
and
buying alcohol
on behalf of
a parent,
their parents.
Or
These
you know,
kids are
or an
7,
adult.
8, 9 years old. They're not even preteens, and we we allow it, right? The people that there's a big sign. The irony is there's a big sign that says will not sell to minors over 18, and then here's a little kid over the counter buying alcohol from you, because you assume it's for the parent. And so we have allowed it as society. We have allowed it. And you know what? The funny thing is that a lot of people were like, oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so cute. No. It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's not funny. It's not cute. And you're stupid to give them that.
Yes.
You are stupid.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't
You
even know.
it's ridiculous.
I was trying to find out if those are his parents. I was trying to find out if this was, because it apparently was 2 videos, right? One was when they were
when he was on the bicycle on the street.
And then there was another one. And
in
it was
the house.
In the house. And it was the same male voice. So I'm assuming that it is a family member that gave him alcohol.
The one that we're seeing on the screen as we speak, that's when he was on the bicycle out on the road.
And he took it just to appease whosoever.
Because they are his elders, and so therefore he is going to follow. You know, one of the things that you know, and I've learned it right here thanks to Marlene, you know, pointed out that one of the things that we do, there we go, that's the second video where the guy is actually stretching his arm out, and clearly the child is intoxicated. Clearly. We tend to, we were brought up in this society whereby speak when spoken to.
Yeah.
Not speak your mind.
Yeah.
You know, and we wonder why we're in when you get in a classroom and they ask, do you understand? Nobody understands. Nobody say yes. But clearly people in the classroom do not understand, but they were asked to speak when spoken to. You know, and we wonder about our society, or why we're like this, and why we're going down the road that we do, that we are.
Yeah.
When in reality, we're the ones who are creating our problem.
And it's sad, you know, that goes in line with this month, which is Child Stimulation Month. And one of the things that we have learned as adults, man, that kids absorb everything.
Everything you do.
Kids absorb everything. And that little moment in that child's life is what we call verbal abuse, because that is going to be something that will stay with him for the rest of his life.
Yes. So we need to do better than this. And, you know, the authorities are actually tracking the situation. They're actually on it. And we do hope that these perpetrators are caught. And I call them perpetrators.
Yes, they are.
And, you know, and I hope they're caught. And I hope that they're dealt with to the stiffest extent of the law.
Yeah.
Because they're not supposed to do such thing. That is blatant abuse.
You know,
and the Compul came out to say, indeed, it is blatant abuse.
Yep.
I know they'll be caught. Because you're not for that.
You know what makes me sad about this whole thing is that we're supposed to protect our children. We're supposed to be the ones that they look up to, and we're supposed to be the ones that protect them, and they're supposed to be the ones that are supposed to feel safe with us, and we do that to them.
Indeed, there goes on the screen is actually the compel condemning such thing, and you know, it was read out by of course one of our reporters. But I'm so glad that he actually did that. You know, oh, man.
You don't have to be a parent to be upset. Everybody's supposed to be vexed about this because you're not supposed to condone that crap.
You're never supposed to. And I do hope that it stops here. We know that these things happen a lot, and it happens nearly every day.
This is just the one that got caught on camera because the idiot posted on social media.
And when the child would say something derogatory and people laugh. No, man, for what? Teach them the different, teach them another way, man. Then we talk about respect to elder, respect to your fellow brothers and sisters, when in reality we're actually showing them the other way.
I hate it when we have a problem when a child speaks their mind and we're like, you're not supposed to talk to adults
Listen,
like that. Like, first of all, they're making a point. Listen to your children. They know things. They are listening. They're watching you. You are their role model.
You're the role models.
Yeah.
It's only natural. Look, I'll tell you the story. You watched the movie. You watched the movie Tarzan.
Yes, I watched.
So they found this child in the bushes. Actually, the
gorillas.
The gorillas. They found the child in the bushes, and they raised the child. And this child started to swing on trees. Yeah. Look, the child learned it from the gorillas. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
This upset me, you know.
I know you're upsetting. We always like to put ourselves above other animal species. Like, oh, we better. Like, human beings are better than animals. But the way we act sometimes, we might as well just say it worse.
Look, and finally on this, look, let's try to do better as a society. And I hope that motivated you to learn, to understand that we are supposed to lead by example as adults, all right? But anyways, it's time of the morning whereby we move on.
You're sure you could do this eye opener?
I could do this eye opener. We're good. It's that time of the morning whereby we motivate you with the eye opener. Of course, the eye opener taken from dailyom.com, and it goes like this. April, I want to listen up to this one. This one is good.
I'll listen to it.
Stopping to feel a moment of gratitude for the many small miracles of life on earth can be what you need to shift your day. All right? Most of us begin our days with a continuous list of things we need to do to keep our lives running smoothly. But we rarely take time to note all the things we don't need to do. For example, we don't need to figure out how to breathe. We don't need to find a way to make sure that the earth continues to revolve around the sun. All of these things and many more take care of themselves without our having to think or do anything at all. This is the miracle of life on earth. When you wake up tomorrow, take time to notice how many things are running smoothly, how many small miracles compose your day. If you wear glasses or contact lenses, as you put them on, take a moment to appreciate the fact that without them, you would be unable to see. Your life would be entirely different if someone hadn't invented corrective lenses. As you take in your world, you might feel a moment of gratitude for the basic fact that, once again, the sun has risen to illuminate the abundant earth. And the earth's gravitational field holds you and all you hold dear in a tight, life-affirming embrace. April, you fathom that, man? You get that?
I don't know how the motivation of the day or the eye openers are chosen. I don't know if it's random, but you know, this kind of reminds me of the one that we were speaking about yesterday, where you have to live in the now and live in the present, and take all of those moments that you're living by one day at a time, right? Making sure you appreciate it. And so I wonder if we understand how lucky we are. I wonder if we feel grateful for the small things that make our lives run smoothly.
Smoothly.
Yeah.
But it's actually talking about some of the things that we're not supposed to worry about. It reminds me of The Lion King. Hakuna Matata. It means no worries. There's some things that, hey, it naturally happens. Yeah. Yes. You realize that when you go to sleep, your brain breathes for you, and you consciously breathe. As a matter of fact, while we breathe at this particular point, we're not even conscious about it. It's just happening. It's just happening. So they're saying, you know what? Take time out to give thanks for these little things. And then you deal with the things that you know that you're able to control. Yeah. You ever hear the terms, if you are able to do something about it, then why worry?
Yeah.
If you're not able to do something about it, then
Don't worry.
why worry?
Why worry?
You know?
I
So
get
at this
that.
particular point, you're not able to do anything about the world revolving around the sun.
I'm not.
So why worry?
Man.
We do hope
Speaking
that,
of which-
we hope that that motivated you. Speaking of the world, let's find out what's going on this side of the world, our neck of the woods, with the weather. We've got the
Yes.
folks on the line here. Let's say good morning. Morning. Hello.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Mr. Rodon, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
We're doing great. I mean, we're going to on a up spring, but
Yeah.
we need to know what's going on. We need to know what's going on with the weather. So let's start with the general situation, my good man. What should we expect?
Okay, well, conditions continue dry over the region, so we can expect dry weather today and most of tomorrow.
All right. And the 24-hour forecast?
Okay, mostly sunny today, partly cloudy to clear tonight. Little or no rain is expected.
That means the winds will be coming from the...
East to southeast.
All right.
Southeast 10 to 20 knots and sea state moderate.
All right. So we should be getting some cool temperatures. I mean, 10 to 20 knots, that's a lot.
Yes, but the air is relatively warm. So whenever it comes from the southeast, it's usually warm. So
Okay.
we can expect 88 along the coast, 95 inland, and 82 up in the hills.
All right. That 95 down a bell up on here.
I mean, when is it
That's
not hot
correct.
in
That's
Belmopan?
correct. Yesterday, I think they got about 94.
Yes.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes, we did.
Well,
Okay, see?
and in the loads for tonight?
Okay, 80 along the coast, 72 inland, and 64 up in the hills.
Wow. Sounds like in the hills is where I need to be.
Yep.
But nonetheless, let's talk about the extended forecast. What should we expect between today and the rest of the weekend?
All right, so for tomorrow, then we can expect fair and warm during the day, and then in the evening, late afternoon, evening, a few showers and isolated thunderstorms developing inland, and those few showers will spread over most areas tomorrow night.
All right. We're so thankful, sir.
Yes, I'm excited
yeah.
for the weekend weather.
Excited for the weekend
Yes.
weather. Thank you so very much.
We could dry with clothes.
You're welcome.
Oh, wait, you're still there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Can you confirm that Belmopan area sun have one magnifying glass?
Child. Goodbye,
And
Mr.
it's not only
Rodon.
Tamaulipas,
Don't
it's
listen
most
to
of
this
the inland
man.
area. San Ignacio as well.
They have if they sun have a magnifying glass. My goodness.
Aye, aye.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So now we know exactly what to
I
expect.
hate Palm Belmopan.
Hey, look at her. Nonetheless, it's that time of the morning. Well, you know exactly what to expect with the weather now. It's
Yeah.
going to be a little hot, and especially in the inland areas for today. All right? But we need to move on. We've got 3 wonderful segments for you. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a fun Friday. You're ready for Sing One Song? Today, you would sing one song.
I had to sing a song today.
Yes.
But then you had to sing a...
I mean, you could try something.
No,
The eye opener always says that
no.
get out of your comfort zone.
You did push my next eye open. No. John will be singing for you all. I will be cheering him on as his motivator. Yay.
It's a
Okay.
fun Friday. What do we start with today?
Hi, I will. Today we're going to have, because it is Child Stimulation Month, we are going to have, it's supposed to be a Children's Day
Wow.
today on Open Your Eyes. So the first segment is going to be the Ministry of Education discussing the importance of Child Stimulation Month. We're going to have them in studio. The two education officers talking about Child Stimulation Month, why we celebrate it, and the importance of it, why you should know about this month. So it should be a good
All
conversation.
right, so we're looking
Yeah.
forward to that conversation. Like we said, we're going to have some fun today. In the second segment, it's going to be a simulation exercise by
Okay.
teacher Tina
Tina.
Castillo. You know Tina, no?
Yeah, we know Tina.
Oh, Tagriga, man,
Yeah.
I'd tell you. And of course, her little exercise today is going to be featuring language arts lessons, word study, and the sequencing. We're looking forward to be joined by Tina this morning.
Yes. And then our final segment, we're going to have junior co-hosts demonstrating a science experiment. So we're going to see how, you ready for make some things explode?
Well,
I'm Marlene, we love make things explode in the studio.
I can't use that word right now. Can't use that word.
But it is a fun Friday, and that is going to be our day this morning.
That's right. We need to take a break, but just before we do, we've got a birthday shout out. And we would like to say a happy birthday to
Miss Crystal Young.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Crystal Young, from all of us here at Channel 5. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Come on, let's give on the last 2 words, Crystal, because it's your birthday to you.
I tell you, only you want to sing, John.
You see, you don't got me back. You see, you don't got me back. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get our show started. Stay with us. It's a Fun Friday live right here on 5. We'll be back.
It's almost lunchtime and Alice is getting hungry and forgot to bring cash. She remembers that eCash now has a geolocation feature in which she can easily view the eCash merchants near her, especially restaurants. Her co-workers also ask her to order food for them.
Chicken chow mein, please, and a Coke.
The merchant sends her the payment link. She taps confirm, and within a few minutes, her food is delivered. Alice then views her transaction history and taps on the transaction recently made. Then taps the split the bill button where she selects the unevenly option and moves the bar to the desired amount per person. The request is then sent to her friends. Her colleagues accept the request and are ready to enjoy their meals. Geolocation and splitting the bill via eCash make Alice's life a whole lot easier.
Bundle the fastest, most reliable, unlimited broadband in Belize with your prepaid or postpaid mobile plan or Netflix. You can bundle your broadband with your prepaid and enjoy 50% off all national calls, plus get SMS and data. Paid plans? Then bundle with any speed and pay only $25 extra monthly to enjoy unlimited smart-to-smart calls, plus 500 minutes, plus 6,300 megabytes of data. Stream unlimited HD movies and TV shows with our broadband, plus the Netflix add-on for only $30 monthly, and enjoy streaming on your laptop, TV, phone, or tablet. Visit a smart showroom near you to sign up or upgrade to the bundle that's right for you. Smart, bringing people together.
The Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Labor Department, takes this opportunity to remind insured persons of the requirements for compensation when on sick leave. Any employee who has worked with an employer for at least 2 months is entitled to 16 working days of sick leave with full pay every year. This is how it works. Upon approval of a sickness or injury benefit claim by SSB, 80% of the employee's weekly insurable earnings is paid as a Social Security benefit, and the difference in the employee's salary is paid by the employer. This is to ensure that the employee does not suffer any loss of wages when ill. After 16 days, compensation for sick leave is paid as a Social Security benefit only. Some conditions apply. This message is brought to you by the Social Security Board and the Labor Department. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
If you're looking for low-cost television advertising, have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you save valuable time and money. Call us today at 223-0146 or visit us at our offices on Pony Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, won't even try.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, I'll wait. Even good people make mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving now into our first segment for the morning. It is a fun Friday, like we mentioned, April. We've got two lovely ladies with us from the Ministry of Education as they discuss the importance of Child Stimulation Month and activities to celebrate Child Stimulation Month. Nadira Ross is in with us. She is the Education Officer, and Rosie May. That's a nice name, Rosie May Mangar, yes. Education Officer as well. Ladies, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, welcome. Good morning.
I must say it's nice to have you guys. I know coordinated. You know what? I'm gonna wear the curls today. You put on straight. I like that.
How we coordinate?
Yes, just like that. I'm gonna wear the jacket. So let's talk about it and the importance of Child Stimulation Month. How important is it, especially that we've got a lot of these young children out there, and they might not know the significance. But how important is it?
Well, good morning again. Starting the platform and speaking about the importance, we have to remind ourselves that, like you said, we have a lot of children out there, and the foundation starts at birth. So 5 is the window period where 90% of your brain develops by the age of 5.
Yes.
So if we think about that and think of having that young child live through birth to 5 with that solid foundation, why isn't preschool important?
Yeah.
Why isn't having your child going to preschool something of great importance to you as a parent? And so for the month of March, we've been celebrating Child Stimulation Month since 1984.
Yes.
And every year since then, we've only celebrated activities that highlight and speak to the importance of sending your child to preschool, the importance of having your child be a part of that whole preschool experience. But since the pandemic, we have seen a decrease in terms of attendance. And we saw a 33% decrease between the year 2019-2020. Now, when you think about 33% decrease in terms of children accessing preschool, we don't want that. We have a lot of young children out there who need to be in preschool, who need to have that stimulation, who need to have that experience. So what we've done, we've take a step back and we've evaluated what we used to do, and now we're doing something kind of different, where we're looking at a campaign to get those children who are not accessing to come back and access the preschool centers. So what we've done is that we look at the statistics and we said, okay, well, we need to target initiatives, parents, to allow these spaces to be spaces where you want to send your child, right? But the importance has to be sold to the parent first.
Yes, indeed,
absolutely. Right?
Indeed. So, and like I'm a big believer in the buy-in, because we're trying to get these parents to understand the importance of these things. When we say child stimulation, what do we mean?
When we say child stimulation, we have to remember that our babies learn through play from a very young age. And as parents, as a baby, you have to stimulate your baby. And when we say stimulate your baby, in the olden days we were told once the baby belly is full, you put the baby to sleep, and you leave the baby there, the baby grows. No kind of stimulation happened. We are encouraging our parents if even when that baby is sleeping, you can simply take that child and rub the arm, rub the legs, rub the face, and you will see movement. That child will start, the little bodies will start to move. So stimulation is very, very important as a young child growing up.
Well, you know, when you said that, especially when you talk about rubbing and whatnot, it put me back into my parentalhood, whereby that it's very important to have that one-on-one with them. It's very important to try and give them that nurturing love that they deserve. And this month of March is definitely that month that we do that for these children. There's kite flying, there is trying to teach them new things and whatnot. Now that school is back on, I mean, like you mentioned, there's a 32% drop off. What are we getting from our children at this particular point, being that we're coming out of not necessarily coming out, but we're 2 years into this pandemic?
Like what we're getting from them, 2 years I have been locked up. I am not able to socialize, and going to preschool builds your social and emotional intelligence. And if you are not able to socialize with your little friend, I mean, they were doing it, but they were doing it through that virtual world. Nothing is better than physically being in a space where I can share with you, I can talk to you, I can tell you, you know what, like I came to school today and I was having a off morning. I could share that with my friend. And you know, the whole environment that the teacher creates, that loving, warm, safe, nurturing environment, is what we promote during Child Stimulation Month. So activities where they get to stimulate, they get to share. And also, it's not only about the teacher and the child, but we want the community at large to come in and see the importance, because it's a triangle. We always refer to it as a triangle, where we have the parent, we have the teacher, and we have the child. Nothing cannot happen if that triangle is not in unison. And so we ask, during the month of March, you will see community helpers coming in, sharing, because from your small, you get to identify with things that you like. I might see a fireman. Oh, I want to be a fireman when I grow up, and so forth.
For example, this week, because we have 5 weeks in this month, this year, this is the week where community helpers are the highlight of our preschoolers. You would see for example, yesterday we had several collection of pictures where our babies visited the fire station, the police came to them, the dentist came in, they went to all the different community helpers come in, and you see them dress the part. They literally dress the part in the classroom and going out.
So we're talking about these activities and so forth, and right before we got started, we were talking about that annual zoo trip that everybody takes, right? How are you able to manage these activities, or I guess work your way around the COVID restrictions and regulations when it comes to some of these activities? How are you guys being able to engage with the babies despite the pandemic? You can't go to a zoo no more with a whole bunch of picnics. So what is it that you can't do it anymore. So how are you able to keep up?
It's like I said earlier, it's this week, which is Community Helpers Week, where because the children can't literally go out there in some cases, like going to the zoo and things like that, the community come to the school. So we would have, as I said, the doctors come in, the nurses come in, parents, grandparents who are also community members come in and do activities. Then in little groups, like the fire station, there was one school in Belmopan yesterday. The children are all excited. They were at the fire station, they were playing with the fire truck. You know, the guy showing them how the truck works and different things. And so that is one way of sharing, them coming and the children going. So it can be done in little clusters.
So and then we meet in the middle, which exactly we're doing at this particular point. I definitely want for us to go into what the activities are going to be for the month. But before we do that, like we mentioned, 2 years of not being able to socialize. And we know that one of the most important part of growing up is actually gaining a social skill. What are we noticing from the children at this point? Is it difficult? What are they asking? Are they behaving different? Is it just as they left off in 2019? What are we seeing?
Well, definitely it won't be the same. The transition back into what we are referring to is the new normal, is something that will gradually take time to get back to where we used to be. When you talk just now about 2 years being out, we look at the statistics and we're looking at 74.3% of children out of school. And when I spoke earlier about the campaign that we want to do, we want to target that 74.3% and get that down and get more children accessing. So what are some things that we as a ministry want to embark on to get children back into school? We have, like you heard Ms. Mangar talk about the whole stimulation. That stimulation definitely happens before the child even enters into the education sector. And of course, we partner with our line ministries, Health and Human Development, to have that relationship, that collaboration going. So we have clinic days. We're targeting clinics where we would go in. We would be sharing some public service announcements and videos to tell parents, this is what you can do with your young child. And when they go to preschool, this is something that can happen, that you can do. We have partnered with Human Development daycares. We have children of preschool age who are accessing daycare centers, and then we want that transition into preschool to be a seamless transition. So why not target our daycare centers or daycare providers, have training for them, and then have them understand too. Sell this program to your parents and the importance.
I do have a question. I mean, before the pandemic, before that 30% drop, I know for a fact that parents were already not sending their kids to preschool. Has anything been done about that as to why parents don't want their kids to go to preschool? I mean, what is the blockade that parents don't want to send their kids to preschool?
It's mainly the 3-year-old children, because we have a 2-year program at the preschool level. We have a level 1 program for the 3-year-olds, and then we have the second-year program for the 4-year-olds. We have a high number of 4-year-olds in school, but then it's the 3-year-old. Mommy will say, "Oh, it's my baby, my baby."
I don't want to let them off.
I don't want to let go my little, he and she is still my baby. But this is where, as teachers, we work with our teachers to go out in the community, talk to your parents, encourage them, show them, sell them the program that you have in your center, at your center, in order to bring your babies to school. Have a day where you don't have to bring them to school. They're not registered. Bring them. Let them come and spend a day and see what is here. And many times when the children enter the classroom, they don't want to leave.
They don't want to go home.
They don't want to leave. So that is one way we're trying to work with our parents, with the help of our teachers in the community, to get the 3-year-olds back into the classroom.
Let me throw this out, man, because one of the I saw April's facial expression. One of the hardest thing to do is to let go. It's not hard to wean a child from a parent. It's hard to wean the parent from a child.
That is so true.
And because then you're so don't have a baby, and you're
many times the baby come to school and mommy stand at the door and mommy cry.
Yes, he cried. Well, me crying. Me sorry.
My parents are like, "Your tree, bye."
And the 3-year-olds we're having today, they're not like the 3-year-olds of before. They're ready to go to school.
No, I never want to go to school. And they had to wean me off of my daddy.
But parents must understand that early childhood education prepares a child even better. And that's exactly where we're coming from. But let's venture off now into...
Can I just add one more to what Ms. Ross was saying in response to our campaign? We also have in the planning these pop-up centers. And like one of our officers in the Toledo district shared with us that Market Day in PG is Wednesdays and Saturdays. Perfect day to have a pop-up center where the children came to town from all the villages, and activity stimulation can happen right there. You know, so things like this is what we're planning as part of our campaign.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit curious as to how we can keep these types of activities all year round. Because I am a firm believer of experience is the best teacher. And if your kids keep doing these kinds of things and social interacting with other people, not just the children, but they will learn more every day, right? So is this something that you think could be placed in a curriculum?
Well, it is. So what we are doing is Child Stimulation Month is geared towards stimulating the child, but then it doesn't only happen in the month of March. It happens throughout. So we not only focus on stimulating the child during that month, but like you said, we have a preschool curriculum that have activities in there that the teacher can use to stimulate, to teach, to let that learning environment be that rich, conducive environment for learning. We are here talking and we didn't even share the theme for this year's Child Stimulation Month. Yes, we're so excited to share.
Indeed. The conversation is rich. Yes.
So at the launch of Child Stimulation Month, which was the 1st of March, we did a tree planting, which was significant to this year's Child Stimulation Month theme, which is we are strong, learning, and growing. So countrywide, we had children planting trees, we had children engaging in planting. But of course, with that activity, teachers had to sell the idea that we're nurturing, and the tree is symbolic of you being here and growing. So we had several, that was what we started the month with, and of course you guys are familiar with the Festival of Arts,
of course,
which is up next week. And that parents love to take their child, showcase their child's talent. So we have Festival of Arts on the pipeline. We have the National Preschool Storytelling Competition,
which today will be in Toledo and Stan Creek, where our other officer with the theme going to do the videos of our teachers. You know, we can't come to Blaze as we usually used to do from year to year. So we go to them now. So the teachers will be performing their stories. It will be videotaped, and then and then we will share that on the 31st of March.
Excellent.
It will be countrywide because the theme will go throughout the country to meet the teachers.
So you guys will be recording the Festival of Arts, their activity, and then bringing that to the table. Then there's one big showing.
Festival of Arts and the National Teachers Storytelling Competition.
I remember my Festival of Arts. I was Pupa Curly. I remember Pupa Curly and then the Palacio.
I believe you.
Man, I gonna go to here where I say. I had a great time.
We believe
but
you.
it is important for, when it comes to these Festival of the Arts. Look, there are a lot of children who came out of the Festival of Arts and are now professional musicians here in the country. And they love theater, they love storytelling, they love these things. Again, the importance of such thing and the fact that you guys are now actually moving into these communities. How do you feel it best suit those communities?
Well, of course, we had to look at the communities that we're serving and meet the needs of that community. And we have officers in each district who know their community, who know the community that they're serving. So what best to get the information from the officer, and then we look at it holistically, and we look at the communities and say, okay, this is a particular community that needs this particular intervention. What might be needed in Corozal might not be needed in Toledo. Likewise, Cayo, Belize. So we have to look at the different communities, what they need, and then we come up with that intervention plan, and then we come in.
So how long do you take to assemble and make the activities for March? Do you start as soon as
it
March
starts
done?
before March. The planning starts before March. And like we said, we are not only thinking about doing things during the month of March, we're doing it different now. We really want to work, as a ministry, we really need to take that 74.3% out of school down and get the percentage of children of preschool age in our center. So our campaign strategy is that we want to start smart, register your child today.
Yeah.
And we have to have our parents and the community at large know the importance of that. And how do they know that? We have to go out, we have to do activities like during Child Simulation Month for you to see that this is what you need to do in order to get your child, have that solid foundation, grow up for lifelong learning.
All right, sounds great. But we know that you guys are doing your recordings. Will there be a time that these Festival of Arts will be shown so parents could actually check it out? When is that time, and how can they do that?
That will be done by Niche. So during the week of March 21st for that week, Niche will be showcasing these items. I'm assuming via the news, the media houses.
Okay.
So parents could look forward during that week for it to be showcased.
Oh, wow.
And it will also be shown on the Ministry of Education Facebook page. Yes.
So is it? So last week was. So this week was the careers. Last week was.
The week before we focused on launching the month with the tree planting and different activities that the districts did to engage children in stimulating and learning. You know, setting the month.
And then
next week we have health and wellness, where they will focus on the virus, the coronavirus. They will have awareness day. They will share with the children everything about the pandemic. So that will happen throughout next week. And then the following week is where they will do the storytelling in-house and storybook making. And in the last week, they will do a book drive and a toy drive, where they will, whatever is collected, they will take it to those who need in their communities, in their respective communities across the country of Belize.
This is lovely. You know, from the Ministry of Education, you guys are doing an excellent job in making sure that our children are properly taught and they are properly learned.
Yes.
So we definitely want to thank you guys for joining us this morning. Yeah, I know you asked how long this segment's going to be. We're at the end of it now. Thank you, both of you, Nadira and Rosemary. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having activities that are going to be available to everybody online and on the media. But we have to take.
We got to take a break, but just before we do.
Yes, just before we do, we're going to have a small feature for you.
Really?
Guess where I got?
I can't guess. Beginning on B.
Gonna be
Banana Bank.
I got a banana bank and I got ride some horses.
All right.
That was all fun, and that's what we're gonna have for you with this feature. So check it out. There are many things to do in the areas surrounding Belmopan. Here at the Banana Bank Lodge, you can go horseback riding, you can check out their art gallery, and view their exotic pets, along with many more things. Today, we're going to be checking that out.
Banana Bank in the late 1800s, when it was owned by the Belize Estates Corporation, the boat would go from Belize City to Kaya with a stopover at this location. They didn't have things to go back in the boat to go to Belize, so they grew bananas here at this location and put them back in the boat to go to Belize City. Banana Bank.
So we have here with us Lisa, who is the grounds manager and basically the all-around doer here at Banana Bank. And can you tell us a little bit about where we are?
I like to call this part of Banana Bank the heart, because this is sort of the central area. As you can see, our pool is in the background, and over here, just a few feet away, is our welcome office and our front desk area. So most of the time, people come straight here first.
So I wanted to take a little bit of a tour of the grounds, and maybe you can take us through walking around with the birds and seeing all the exotic animals, and maybe ride a horse or two.
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Nice.
Okay. at you. Are you so bragging? Hello. Wanna go for the Jaguar?
There she is. Now you're gonna get a good picture.
Oh, she's gorgeous today.
Yes.
And this is Tika.
Actually, it's Tika 2.
So can you explain to us the 2?
The 2 is a TOO, and the reason is because before her, we had Tika, the original Tika, and we had her for over 25 years. So from 1981 until 2006. And she was found in the Mountain Pine Ridge area, and this was way before there was a zoo or anything like that. When she passed in 2006, we kind of kept this area, and in 2008, we got Tika 2. And we just kept calling her Tika and Tika and Tika this and Tika that, and finally, I think it was my mom said, we should call her Tika 2, because she's being called Tika 2.
She's so gorgeous and
yes.
tame. She looks
Yes.
very happy in her.
Yes, yes.
So we're here at the art gallery at Banana Bank, and to talk to us a little bit about the art and the paintings is the artist herself, Ms. Carolyn Carr. So can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind your paintings and a little bit about yourself as an artist?
Belize is really a very special place because it has so much variety, not only in the country itself, but in the people. There are so many different ethnic groups, and that's one of the things that I have enjoyed sharing with the viewing public is the variety of faces, colors, skin tones, the culture, of course. I like the paintings that show the people. I love to paint animals as well, particularly birds, and cats. I've painted quite a few jaguar and margay and so on. But the human element to me is the biggest challenge. I especially have a special place in my heart for the women. I don't want to be too hard on the men, but the reality is women carry the load. And so you will notice in a lot of my paintings, it's mothers with children. And oftentimes they're mothers who don't have many resources, and they have to make do with what they have. Interestingly, this little painting here of the children on the steps seems to be one of the favorites that the people like. One of my favorite themes is to capture the past before it's completely gone. An example of that, of course, is the market, which no longer is. And that is, in a way, a shame. And I like paintings like this because they have a variety of challenges, such as texture of the fish, the conch shell, and obviously in the lobster, and obviously the expression on the people's faces. And then the challenge is to draw people through the market, so they walk through the market and out into the open sea. So you have a lot of different subjects in one piece of art, and that's something I enjoy doing.
This is actually some of our original accommodations. We first started the hotel with just the cabanas that you see here. And then this is our main, or was, I should say, before COVID, it was our main restaurant area. Our cabanas are great for accommodating families, and they're also very near our stables where all of our horses are. Our main activity is horseback riding. We actually have 4,000 acres, and we do, most of our rides are on site, but we also do some off-site, like we take riders to Belmopan so they can ride around Belmopan, they can see the Capitol buildings and all the interesting sites of Belmopan. Guests love to go to the market and enjoy the market, and they actually have lunch there as well. We actually do week-long packages of just riding, and they go different trails every single day.
What does a horse whisperer do? What does
Well,
that mean?
it's really interesting. It's a new word in the last 25 years, and it basically comes from a point of we used to teach horses out of fear. We want them to be a little afraid of us. And then about 25 years ago, a guy invented something about respect. And so now we approach them probably different. This horse doesn't like me to touch him there, so I touch him there, or whatever it is to make it happen. And when you get into the real training exercise, it's the same thing.
Who is this baby?
This little baby is just about, he'd be about 6 months old now. He's a very pretty horse, and so Banana Bank, for the last 25 years, we've trained all of our horses this way, with horse whispering or natural horsemanship.
And now that we've experienced all of the wonderful things to do at Banana Bank, it's my turn to ride. See you guys. Come on.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price but stay for the service.
Tonight we're really late.
That was so much fun since this pandemic forced us on lockdown and like my online classes have been so stressful.
Oh my God.
And I bet you're glad that you finally get out.
Yes, that's true.
And that girl, you made let loose. I never did expect that from you.
Oh, Melanie.
Well defended again by Beverly.
Everyone
He
else,
has just
this
been
is a nice
phenomenal
ball.
defensively. George the drive and the finish. Posting up Marcus Morris.
My gosh. Look like Kobe hit on real hard. My gosh, Melanie. Now you the top.
4 minutes have 7 of their 9 points.
You see why me? The married life. She can even enjoy her friends in a peace.
Mind your business. Someday you might find a great guy too.
Exactly. Well, I still kind of have a crush on he cousin. Oh, no, remember the one where I danced with at the wedding?
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, well, I would have go pan lockdown with he any day.
Anyways, when you don't cause enough trouble for one night, make a walk on out.
Alright.
Now I believe I have to go to that place at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
I didn't do anything wrong, James!
Hey, morning. Morning. Your friend Melanie bring this for you on the way to work? Check it. Check it. You have to be more appreciative. You got some nice friend. And remember, nothing never happened last night, right? Right?
I love you, Jack. You have to do this for you. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Your future self will thank you.
No. I need help.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, women and girls were at the highest risk of suffering domestic violence. Domestic violence involves violence between any member of the same household. It can happen to females or males, young or old. However, the evidence has shown that women and girls face the greatest risk. That risk has heightened due to the impacts of the pandemic, including job losses, mounting stress, and restrictions to movement and recreation. We can all help to combat violence against women and girls during the COVID-19 pandemic. Just like Melanie did, you can reach out to someone who is struggling and help them to find a way out. It is never easy, but together we can fight this. Belize will not be safe until its women are safe. Secure Belize.
If you're looking for low-cost television advertising, have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you save valuable time and money.
Call us today at 223-0146 or visit us at our offices on Pony Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving now into our second segment for the morning. This one is all about actually a stimulation exercise by teacher Tina Castillo. Tina is here with us, which of course features language arts, lesson word study, and sequencing. Teacher Tina, morning.
Morning, everybody. Good morning, babies. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Woo, woo, woo. Morning. So we know that, especially during the pandemic, you've been doing your thing. You saw the need for children to come back into learning to be sociable again and whatnot. How did that work for you?
Well, you know, as a teacher, we need to prepare for whatever.
Yes.
So for them coming back to us in the classroom, we need to ensure that we find creative ways of delivering lesson to them.
Yeah.
You know, because by being creative, they have been out of the classroom for so long. I mean, 2 years is long, right,
That's a long
babies?
time.
Long, right? I know it's long, yes. And you know, for them to come back into the classroom, we need to be creative. I mean, bring things to the classroom so when delivering a lesson, they will not forget.
Yes.
Because then we need for them to catch up some way or the other. So by just showing them different things, I mean, realias and having everything prepared for them, maybe a chart, a poster, and trust me, by the time you're finished with that lesson, they'll get something and they won't forget because then, I mean, you actually showed it to them.
Yeah.
Are we ready? Yes.
You guys ready?
Yeah, make Christina take it over.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she's the owner of Johnson's free tutoring program,
Yes.
and she's about to do a tutoring right now with our children.
Yes.
Sorry, are you ready to teach?
Yes.
Yes, are you ready? Babies, are you ready? All right, so let's go ahead. Teacher Tina,
Take it
it's
away.
your turn.
All right. Good morning, guys. All right, so before we get started, what I would like for us to do, I would like for us to join our hands and just bow our heads so that we could say a short prayer before we start the day. We should pray. Ready? Just join your hands, yes, and close our eyes and we'll say a short prayer. Dear God, we just want to give you thanks for yet another day, dear Lord God. Thank you for all the blessing, for our families, for waking us up this morning. Comfort those that are mourning the loss of a loved one. Help the homeless. Bless those that don't have anything to eat, clothes on their back, shelter over their head, dear Lord God. Be with us this day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Awesome. All right, are we ready, guys? Now for today we'll do a language arts lesson. But before we start this lesson, I'll present certain items to you. As I show them to you, I want you to tell me what they are, right? Are we ready? What is this? This is a what?
A ball.
A ball. This is a ball. So what word do I have on this? What word is this? What word is this? Ball. Very good. What word is this?
Ball.
Very good. This here is?
Oil.
Very good. So this word is?
Oil.
Awesome job. This is?
Salt.
Very good. So this word is?
Salt.
Very good. What about this? This is a?
Fork.
This is a fork. Good job, guys. These are?
Eggs.
Awesome. Who like egg? Why you don't like egg? But you know egg is, you don't like it?
No.
All right then. But you know egg is healthy. It gives you protein, right? So maybe one of these days you'll try egg, right? You think you'll try it one of these days?
Okay.
Okay, good. Awesome. What about this? This is a what?
Frying pan.
Very good. This is a?
Frying pan.
So these words are?
Frying pan.
Awesome job, guys. One more. This here is a?
Stove.
Yes. So this word is?
Stove.
Who can tell me what you think we'll be doing right now? Who can tell me what you think we'll be doing? Cooking, good. What else will be doing?
Okay.
All right, give him the mic. All right. What will we do? Frying eggs. All right. What do you say we'll do?
So we'll be making some delicious eggs.
Yes, yes, some delicious eggs. Are we ready? What do you think we need to do first? What do you think if we'll be frying these eggs, right? we'll be frying these eggs. So what do you think we need to do first? What do we need first if we'll be frying the egg? What do we need first?
You have to get the frying pan.
All right, we get the frying pan. But before the frying pan, what do you think we need? You need oil? Okay, we will fry these eggs. We are frying eggs. So what must we do first? You need the ball? All right, so we'll get the ball. Good. What else do we need? To fry these eggs. What else do we need? We need the what? The oil. The main thing that we need is the what? The stove. Yeah, we need the stove. Yes. We need the stove. Yes. We need the awesome. We need the eggs. So I'll take out these eggs, right? What do I need to do with this egg? I need to crack it. Yes. And what will I use to crack this egg? I'll use the fork. Okay. So I'll take this fork, right? And I will crack. I'll crack the egg. You want us to fry both eggs? Both of them? All right, both of them then. One, I'll take out the next one, and then I'll crack it. Yes, indeed. Two. All right, what else do we need to do next? I cracked the eggs already. What will we put in the egg?
Sugar.
Sugar? You want sweet eggs? Not really sugar, but what do we have here to put in the egg to give it a little bit of taste?
Salt.
Salt. We will use a pinch of salt, right? Because we don't want it to be salty. You know, if the eggs are salty, what will happen? There's something that is known as high blood pressure, right? You say don't put in too much salt because you guys could catch pressure. You want to catch pressure at a young age? Me neither. Me either. So we'll use a pinch of salt. Yes, a pinch of salt. Not too much. A pinch of salt. What will we do next?
Scrambled eggs.
Use scrambled eggs. We will mix the eggs. Yes. Mix this. Watch it. Nice eggs. Look at it. Nice, right? Let me show you this egg. So maybe you will want to eat egg when you go home, right? You think you want to eat it after this? Maybe. Yes. All right. So what we'll do now, what do you think we need to do next?
On the stove?
Put on the stove, right? Awesome. Put on the stove. Let's turn it on. Turn it on. Yes, it's on. Turn it on. Turn on the stove. What will I put on the stove? Yes, what will I put on the stove? Yes, you guys are so smart. I love it. So we'll put on the frying pan. What do I need to put inside this frying pan?
Oil.
Before the egg is there?
Oil.
The oil. Very good. I'll put in this. Who know what kind of oil is this? What kind of oil?
Coconut.
Awesome. Coconut. We'll put in a little bit, you know. We don't want too much oil because fat. You want to get fat? Me neither. All right. We'll put in a little bit of oil. A little bit. Little bit. All right. Little bit. It's getting hot. Oopsie. Yeah, you don't want it to be oily. Exactly. It's getting hot, guys. All right, let's move these out of the way. Let's feel it. All right, and then when it gets hot, what do you think we'll do? Yes, we'll put the egg. Mix this egg. It smells nice. It's getting hot. Just when it gets hot, we'll put in the egg. Then you hear shh, because the egg will be what? Frying, yes. The egg will be frying. So first, we get the ball. Then, we crack the eggs. After we crack the egg, we put in a pinch of what? A pinch of salt. Very good. And then we turn on the stove. After we turn on the stove, what did we add in? A little bit of what? Oil. A little bit of oil into the frying pan. Ooh, these things look like it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Ready, guys? Are we ready to fry this egg? Let's fry this egg. You guys? Yes. Frying this egg. Yes, we're frying this egg, guys. Ooh, what do you think we need to do? Yes, that's right. Mix it so that it can cook, right? Don't forget, because we don't want any raw egg. You want raw egg? Me neither. It's cooking, guys, and it smells good. Can you smell it?
It smells good.
It smells good, right? I know. Ooh, it smells good. Ooh, this egg smells really good. I'll show you how this egg looks after we are finished. Ooh, nice. You smell it? So you eat egg after this, right? You'll eat egg when you get home later? Yes! Love it. Cooking, it's cooking, guys. Can you see cooking? Yes, all right. And the egg is finished. So we will turn off the stove. Very good. Let me show you guys this egg. Looks real good. Look at it. Do you see? You want to eat this egg? Oh, look at it. Nice, right? Look at this egg. You think you have tried one of these days, right? All right, good. Now we just fry an egg. Am I right? And we fry this egg in order. But there's a special word for putting things in order and doing things in order. Doing things the right way. Who wants to take a guess what that word is called? When you put things in order, who wants to take a guess? What do you think that word is called? What do you think it's called? The nice things, putting nice things in order. Yes, that egg they smell good and are sure nice too. But it is called, yes, it is called, this word is? Sequence. What word is this? Sequence. What word is this? Sequence. Good. Now, just let me put this here. So this word is sequence. Very good. Now, just by doing what we did just now, who would think that they can give me the meaning of what sequence is? What do you think sequence is?
Putting things in order.
Say it again.
Putting things in order.
Awesome. Putting things in order. And this is yours. Good. Putting things in order. Now, let me give you the meaning of what sequence is. Can everybody see what I have here? It said sequence, events happen in order, right? And when we put things in order now, we need to use words like first, then, next, or last. Yes, you could even use second if you wish to, baby. Right? It says maybe used to tell events in order because you want them to know how it happened. So how it happened, you say first, get the ball. Then you crack the what? Egg. Yes, then you crack the eggs. Next, you put in a pinch of what? Salt. Yes, so you see these are the words that we use when we put words in sequence. I'll give each one of you You're welcome. All right, now, everybody got something, am I right? Yeah. We're going to, you laughing? You like to see the cat? The cat look good? Funny?
He has on a hat.
He has on a hat. All right, so let's do a story then. Can everybody see the chart? You can see, guys? Yeah. All right. The name of this story is Sam the Cat. What is the name of this story?
Sam the Cat.
So what do you think is the name of that cat that you have?
Sam.
What is the name of that cat?
Sam.
Awesome. The name of that cat is?
Sam.
Sam. Sam the cat. Sam is an orange cat. Who has an orange cat? A plain orange cat. Who has a plain orange cat? Who has the orange cat? Sam. Yes, Sam is the cat. Yes, Sam is the cat. Do you have the orange cat? All right, so let me see the orange cat. Very good. When Sam gets up, he puts on a green hat. Who has Sam with the green hat? Very good. So that is Sam with the green hat. Awesome. Then Sam likes to get a fat rat. Who has Sam with the fat rat? Who has Sam with the fat rat? Yes, he has a fat what? Rat. Can Sam get that rat? Sam is tired. Sam will take a nap on the mat. Who has Sam taking a nap on the mat? You have Sam? Let me see Sam taking a nap. Show it to me. Yes, that is Sam taking a nap on the mat. Good. Now we want to sequence this story. We will put this story in. That's right. I love it. We will put it in. Yes, the way it happens. Very good. So we will put it in order. Now let's start. Who has the name of the story? All right. What's the name of the story?
Sam the Cat.
Very good. You want to bring the name of the story so we could stick it here? All right, show them the name of the story. Tell them what's the name of the story.
Sam the Cat.
Very good. The name of the story is?
Sam the Cat.
Sam the Cat. Thank you. Sam the Cat. Now, we'll sequence this story. So we'll use words like? What word is this?
First.
Very good. We will use words like first. What happened first? Sam is an orange cat. Who has the orange cat? Who wants to bring the orange cat for me? The plain orange cat. All right, you want? Yes, bring the orange cat. All right, so we will stick the orange cat. Thank you. That's the orange cat. Now, then we will also use words like next. We will use word like next. Sam is an orange cat. When Sam gets up, he put on a green hat. Who has Sam with the green hat? You want to bring Sam with the green hat, please? Yeah, thank you so much. All right. Sam puts on his green hat. Then Sam likes to get a fat rat. Fat rat. Who has Sam with the, bring Sam with the fat rat. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Last one. It says, can Sam get the rat? Sam is tired. Sam will take a nap on a mat. Who has Sam on a mat? Taking a nap. Bring Sam. Thank you so much. All right, so we sequence the story, am I right? Did we place the story in order? What happened first? Sam is an orange cat. Then he puts on a green hat. Yes, you're smart. Then, what happens? Sam gets a fat rat. Cat like rats, true? Yes, they like rat. You know the song, run by the cat, by the rat can't catch you. Run by the rat, by the cat can't catch you. Right? That's a song like a nursery rhyme. Then the last one, Sam is so tired from catching this rat, he takes a Very good. So what did we did just now? What did we do? What did we do? We put things in order. What did we do with the story? Yeah, but what did we do with the story just now? What did, all right. Yeah, they cut through. What did we do with the story? We sequenced the story by putting things in order. What did you like most about the story? When he puts on his green hat, very good. When Sam puts on his green hat, right? So that's it. So when we sequence things, we put it in order in the way in which it appears. Remember, we use words like first, next, then, and awesome. Good job, guys. Let's give ourselves a hand. Yay! Awesome. You did an awesome job. Good job. And I have something here for each. Now, before we go, I want you to open your folder. Inside your folder, you will find a paper like this. All right, everybody has their paper? Very good. You have pencils and markers inside your folder? Yes. Very good. Now, this is, so we are sequencing here. This is an activity about sequencing. Putting things in order in the way which they should. Now, it says that you will color the picture. Do we have marker to color? All right, so you'll do this. You'll color the picture and write numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 to show the sequence. Which one do you think will be number 1? Look at the picture. Which one do you think is number 1? How do we start building a house? We're starting now. We will build this house. Which one is number 1? We'll build this house. Look at it, baby. We will start building this house, right? So when we start building this house, we need to start from scratch, right? So this one will be number 1. Which one is number 1? Very good. So number 1, guys. This, we're starting to build a house. This one is that's smart. So which one do you think will be number 2? Which one is number 2? All right, very good. See, you don't need my help. All right, so this one is number 1. So we'll put number 1 here. Yes, awesome. And then this one is number 2. Very good. Good job, guys. Yes, good job. Which one do you think will be number 3? Which one? Yes, very good. Number 3 is this one. Awesome. So this one is number 3. Yes. Last one will be number 4. All right, number 4. Last one. Very good. Good job, guys. And then when you get home later, you could color the picture because this is yours. Awesome. Did you have fun today? Yes.
Tina, we're so thankful that you were able to join us today, Teacher Tina.
Yes.
We had fun, guys?
You want to eat egg this time?
You want to eat egg?
All right.
You guys had so much fun, and you were so attentive that we actually have some gifts for you. All right. So the big boys, here you go. So for the boys, and for the girls, and for the big, wait, that's a big girl.
That's a big
She's
girl?
the baby of the bunch. Yay! So thankful that you were able to join us. So thankful.
Yes.
Teacher Tina, we know that you came all the way from Dangriga.
Yes.
And you're going back there. Quick, your program, can anybody just join their children?
Yes, I mean, they could give me a call. I mean, 639-6586. I'm on Facebook, Tina Castillo Johnson. Program also has its own page, Johnson's free tutoring program. I mean, we're open to any assistance because it's free, you know, and then it's for the needy children in our community. So anybody, I mean, parents would, like I said before, would call and text, and you know, it's very hard for me sometimes to get back in contact with them because everybody wants to come because it's for free, and then I ensure that I try my utmost best that the babies that comes to me actually grasp a concept like what I did. I mean, like I said, if you show them, right, they won't forget, you know. I just want to give thanks to everybody. I mean, we installed a wash and basin yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
So thanks to Miss Ella Konorki of Jude Billy's Foundation.
Okay.
You know, and to everybody who is supporting, it's child stimulation month. You see, we are stimulating our babies, right? For them to be a part.
And I'm glad that you end with that because it is Child Stimulation Month, March, and we are going to continue with our child stimulation activities for today with a science experiment after the break.
That's right. So we've got science right here, live on 5. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello eCash user, the eCash app is now available in Spanish. Changing the language in your eCash app from English to Spanish is quick and easy. Let me walk you through the steps. First, open your eCash app. Enter your PIN. Tap the More icon at the bottom of your screen. Choose Security. Select Language. Tap on Spanish. Then re-enter your PIN. And that's it! Your eCash app is now in Spanish, and you can continue to enjoy your eCash digital wallet. Belize Bank's eCash app makes life easier.
With RF&G Insurance, you can request a quote, renew a policy, purchase a policy, and even file a claim effortlessly with WhatsApp. Here's how. WhatsApp the words "Get Started" to 670-8700. We will prompt you to select the service that you are interested in. Select the service and answer a few simple questions. An RF&G representative will process your request and follow up with you when your transaction is completed. It's that easy. Skip lines and WhatsApp us. Remember, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a road group company.
In these trying times, Smart is here to lessen the burden. Smart's reduced roaming rates save you while traveling. Calls back home are a low 35 cents per minute when visiting Canada, the US, and Mexico, or pay as low as 50 cents for calls when visiting countries in the Caribbean, Central, and South America. For the month of February and March, enjoy an unbelievable low rate of 30 cents per megabyte when roaming with mobile data in Canada, the US, Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean. Whether you are a business traveler, studying abroad, visiting loved ones, or just traveling for pleasure, Smart's new roaming rates have got you covered. Roaming in China, Europe, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean is as low as the cost of making a local call. It's that low. Smart's roaming coverage continues to grow, so you can also enjoy affordable roaming rates in several destinations across the globe. For more information on rates to other countries, visit our website or call 1090 for more details before you travel. Smart, bringing people together.
If you're looking for low-cost television advertising, have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you save valuable time and money.
Call us today at 223-0146 or visit us at our offices on Pony Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving now into our third and final segment for the morning. Yes. Now we've got a crowd of folks on here. Yes, yes, yes. You see it. But this segment is going to be chaired by none other than our famous young host. Now we're talking about AJ and Noelle. Noelle and AJ.
Yes.
It's all about science. We know that this is Child Stimulation Month, and they'll be teaching us exactly how to do some science experiment. The man in the middle is none other than Kevin Forrester. Man, I'm making it sound like a boxing match, haven't you? Oh, yeah. But Kev, of course, is a science teacher at Nazarene High School. And
Actually, religion, but I used to teach science.
Oh, you used to teach science. All right. But nonetheless, subject. He still have it in his mind. Yeah. And so therefore, he's going to do that. So are you guys ready?
We're ready.
April, they'll be taking things over. Are you ready to see this?
I really just want to explode. Nobody assures me that it won't.
All right, so here we go. AJ and Noelle and AJ, it's your show.
All right, we're going to get into some properties of water. And we're going to go into a couple reactions that make water. So let's do one together. Noelle, AJ, you ready? Yeah. Let's do this. So go ahead and read the procedure for us. It's amazing, in the last segment, the teacher mentioned sequence. We're doing the same thing. It's called procedures in science, step by step. And Noelle will be reading the steps, and AJ will be doing it right here. I'll just hold the water for you. Go ahead, AJ.
So we'll do the second experiment.
The first one.
Color bridge, right? This one.
So we'll be filling.
Okay, so line up 5 cups. Well, 4 cups then. And then fill the cups 1 in, 1 out, which means fill the first cup, the third cup, and the 5th cup.
All right, that's the first. Okay. Put it in position. Could you please pass this third cup? Thank you. This pitcher is a bit heavy, that's why I won't let you fill it right now, but you'll do everything else. And the 5th cup?
Then the 5th cup.
Great. This experiment will take a little longer, so while we do the other experiments, we'll come back and check that one out. All right, go ahead with the other step.
Now add blue to the first cup.
Go ahead, AJ.
Okay.
That's a couple drops.
1 squirt.
1 squirt.
Okay.
There you go. And as you see the blue going down, that is diffusion. Diffusion. Go ahead.
And then green to the third cup.
More diffusion coming your way as water molecules interfere with the molecules of the food coloring.
And then red to the 5th cup. Okay.
And as AJ puts the red in the 5th cup, we see diffusion, which is one of the pieces of evidence for the particulate nature of matter.
Okay. Now we twist 4 napkins and put it in 2 cups.
All right, go ahead and do the twist. So we hold it like this, and you just twist at the ends. Hold it at the end and twist it out. Just like that, and make the bridges. This first experiment is actually called color bridge. Well, we named it color bridge. So they will create bridges with these twisted napkins. Yeah, perfect. Go ahead and insert that. And you
I don't know if this will work.
insert the other. Okay, and then twist 2 more. As we leave this to sit, as they put the bridges, we'll be noticing what we notice in plants. As water is pulled up from the roots and it rises through the stem of plants using properties of water known as adhesion and cohesion. Cohesion is when water molecules bind together. Adhesion is when the water molecules stick to the sides. So therefore the xylem is being represented by these twisted napkins, and we'll come back to that. We'll see what happens over time. In this second experiment, we will be doing what we call lava cup. So go ahead, Noelle, nice and slowly. Let's read the procedure as AJ does it. As both, in fact, I will read it and both of you do it. So take your stations. That's your oil. That's your Alka-Seltz oil. But go ahead, AJ, go ahead and pour the oil to the level. First step is to Add oil 3/4 of the way in each cup. Yep, just pop it open. Go ahead.
And this one?
Let me move this out of your way.
Put this in here?
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful.
2 cups, one for Noelle and one for AJ. Keep on pouring until it's 3/4 the height of the cup. That's some excellent pouring there. Look like that oil doesn't want to waste. Awesome. And the other cup, so Noelle, you position yourself behind that cup and you move a little bit over, AJ. Or you could go to that one as well. That oil is being leveled up to the level of the other cup. In the next step, we will be adding water to 1/5 the bottom of the cup. Let's see what happens when they add the water. So grab your cup, AJ, grab your cup, Noelle. Let's add the water. Perfect, perfect. Do you see what we see? What do you see, AJ?
I see 2 different colors down there.
2 different colors. Noelle, are the layers mixing?
No, they're not.
Do you know why they're not mixing?
Look, the water is at the bottom, but the oil stays at the top.
And why is the water at the bottom? And why does the oil stay at the top? There's this big science word called density. It means the mass per unit volume of a substance. Water, in layman's term, it's heavier. So water is heavier than oil. Therefore, the water passes through the oil with its heavy self and it sinks to the bottom, leaving the lighter, less dense oil to float on the top. But there's something else that we notice. They're not mixing. Water is what kind of substance? Could you tell them? So water is, what about water makes it not mix with the oil? You remember?
Because water is heavier than oil?
It's heavier, it went down, but why didn't it mix? It starts with a P. Water is, it sounds like a polar bear, but water is polar. Meaning it has charges. And I won't get too deep into the science behind it. Just know that part of the water is positively charged and another part of the water is negatively charged. But what about oil? Is oil charged?
No.
No, oil is not charged. Therefore, they can't mix. And for you at home, for things to mix, they have to be like. They have to be similar. Since they're not similar, they will not mix. So now, here's the exciting part.
Okay.
We're going to add some color. Let's add some blue. So you'll be Shark Boy for today and you'll be Lava Girl with the red. Let's add. Let's see what happens to the food coloring as they add. About 13 drops. Notice it passes through the oil seamlessly, staying in the globules of color, and it sits on top of the water. Why? Because the water has that surface tension. It has hydrogen bonds that hold that surface. Notice they hardly go to the bottom, but when they break a bit through the water surface, then diffusion happens in the water. Diffusion does not happen in the oil. Water is the universal solvent. Now, as that, wow, your red one really sits on the top.
I know.
So we'll just tap it a bit to let the diffusion happen at the bottom. All right.
Look at it. It's just sitting
Add
there.
a couple more drops. Couple more drops to let your red reach the bottom. Yep. Let it drop there. And I'll just mix it to make sure that the red gets in there. Just ensure that the red gets in there. All right. Because notice the red will not go into the oil. It will go down. Now, with that here is, now we're going to add a secret ingredient. What is that? Alka-Seltzer 1. So go ahead. And then as the process happens, just know that the main ingredient in each tablet of Alka-Seltzer is sodium bicarbonate, known as the health salt. The health salt. Let's see what happens when we add sodium bicarbonate into this. Nothing happened when it passed through the oil, but what are we noticing now?
There it goes. Oh, no.
We are making lava cups.
There it goes.
Things are moving up. Why are things moving up? Because the sodium bicarbonate in the Alka-Seltzer is releasing what? If you could focus in on this, it's releasing what? Say it, tell them.
Carbon dioxide.
Yes, correct. Carbon dioxide. When the sodium bicarbonate, which is Na8CO3, reaches the water, notice it made no reaction in the oil. But when it reached the water, it produced the sodium hydroxide and carbonic acid, which is H2O3. But H2O3 carbonic acid is unstable, so it quickly breaks into CO2 gas and water. So what caused all that fizzing and to show this beautiful lava lamp or cup display? The carbon dioxide rising. That release. So there are two reactions that happened here simultaneously. And there it is for the Shark Boy lava cup and the Lava Girl lava cup.
Where's the problem?
And it's still fizzing.
I wish I could drink these.
No, you don't want to drink those. And as we move to the third experiment, go ahead and slide over.
Okay.
We are going to do a little bit more eruption as we get into this project called mini volcanoes. Now, you two grab your stations. Let me move this out of the way for now. Let me give you all your food colorings. So each of you will have 4 food colorings: yellow, blue, red, and green. So you have yellow, green, you need your blue. Here you go. All right, so I'll just grab this. I'll go ahead and read the procedure and then you go ahead and do them.
All right.
Now, what do we do first?
Flip these around. Yeah.
Of course, we turn the cups over and we add what?
You have to add some baking soda.
Baking soda, also known as the health salt. What's the health salt again? Sodium bicarbonate, Na8CO3. Let's use a spoon. Yeah, just 3. Go ahead, that's your spoon. And that's her spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, so they're adding like 3 tablespoons in each cup. So this will just take a little bit of addition. Go ahead. I'll just put it this way to let me just slide this down. As they're so meticulous, they're so careful. And that's what you have to do when you carry out these procedures. All right, go ahead. You're filled?
Yeah.
Man, AJ, you wasted no time. Just add a little bit more. Get a scoop while she scoops out. Of course, we're trying to conserve materials. We didn't buy 2 Arm & Hammer because we don't want to waste the material. And in chemistry, you want to economize. You don't want to waste materials in science experiments. All right, so are we filled up yet? Almost.
Almost.
And then we'll add like 3 squirts of each food coloring in each cup right on top of the Na8CO3, this baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. All right. So you need 1 more spoon here and 1 more spoon there and you'll be set. All right. Yep, steady hands. Go ahead. All right. All right, squirt your colors. Squirt your colors.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you prefer here?
And you can put it in any order.
3
Let's do 3 squirts. Well, that goes by drops, so a lot more like 6, since it's not going out squirt-like, only drops. All right, so 6 drops. All right, each color 6 drops.
Oh, no.
All right, 2, 3. In fact, we could even put 9, but go ahead. Ah, that one squirts.
Yeah.
Lovely. So we're adding food coloring now to this baking soda, the Na8CO3. And nothing is happening so far. So something needs to activate it. And we'll be using our good household chemical vinegar. Vinegar has ethanoic acid in it, also known as acetic acid. So it's an acid from this vinegar that will be reacting with this sodium bicarbonate in this neutralization reaction to make water. So when you're done, now this is the moment you're waiting for, so please focus in. Ladies and gentlemen, take off your caps. Let me help you there. Oh, you got it? I know you're strong. All right. Remember what we practiced with the pouring. Oh, let me help you. Sorry about that, Noelle. Lava girl needs a little help. Here we go. All right. Go ahead and pour one to the next. One to the next. Keep on pouring. Go, 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 go. All right. Go a second round. Go a second round. And as you could see, as they pour, it's fizzing over and it's producing the same carbon dioxide that we talked about. Here's baking soda, Na8CO3 plus the acetic acid from the vinegar, CH3COOH, combining to produce the sodium ethanoic, the sodium ethoxide, sodium ethanoate, yes, sodium ethanoate salt, water and carbon dioxide gas. And of course, the carbon dioxide gas produces that overflowing volcano effect that you notice. And as we finally wrap it up and go back to the first one, let's check it out, guys. Noelle and AJ, we see that in the color bridge, yeah, go ahead and explain what you see.
It's already starting to come to the other cup.
Exactly. So what happened to the water in cups, the liquid in cups 1, 2, and 1, 3, and 5? They went through the
napkin.
Through adhesion and cohesion, capillary movement, and what happened to cups 2 and 4? They would start to get, as you notice in this one, see, water is ending up in cup 2, and cup 2 originally didn't have any. And this is how water rises with the properties of water. So we thank you for watching the experiments. And if you got questions, we've got answers.
All right, man, we I'll tell you what, we enjoyed that. There were a lot of oohs and ahs. April was in the back there, ooh and ah. So AJ, Noelle, and of course Kev, we want to thank you so very much for joining us this morning. This actually brought us back to, back in the days of school.
Yeah, we were sitting here paying a full-blown attention.
You should have heard Mom saying, oh, man, I don't have to, man, it's been a while.
The kids learn new words.
But this is how you stimulate the kids. This is Child Stimulation Month, and so therefore, you're at home, then what you do is that you try to find some nice, easy ways to try to stimulate them, get them educated in new things, anything that you know, anything that you can remember from back in the day.
These are things that you find at home.
Indeed. You got oil?
Yeah, oil, vinegar.
You must got sales or something.
Water.
We've got some baking soda for sure, and we've got water at home.
Yes.
All right, so these are the things that you need. Very easy. You could watch this segment back again and learn from it. And then, of course, you practice right there at home with the children. And that's going to do it for this segment as well. We got to take the break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. Stay with us. We will be
right back.
Together we can stop the violence by being responsible and respectful partners and fathers in the future.
I will take responsibility to respect women and girls and hold other young men accountable who use hurtful behavior and speech.
Toxic masculinity traits and harmful social norms about how men should behave contributes to gender inequality and violence and fear that women and girls face.
I realize that gender-based violence is a problem that will never end until all boys and men work to end it by resolving conflicts without violence.
We all have a responsibility, and that is why we encourage others to spread this message, to commit to advancing gender equality and to end gender-based violence.
I commit.
I commit.
I commit.
I commit
I commit
to make changes to end
violence
violence
in
in
my
my
life
life
my
and
life
elsewhere.
and elsewhere.
Together we can stop the violence.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
No make no sense at all. No kind of sense. That Belize video when I have that sign up there in China for.
That not in your Chinese at all, that in Spanish.
You understand what it said then?
Yeah. It said wear your face mask properly, cover your nose and your mouth.
Will help prevent the spread of COVID to others. Together we could make Belize safe.
Wear your mask properly over your mouth and nose to protect yourself and others. Together we can keep Belize COVID-19 safe.
The ministry is collaborating with SpeedNet Communications to have a vaccination campaign for children ages 12 to 17 years. Children who get vaccinated will get a chance to win fabulous prizes, including backpacks with supplies, Nintendo Switch, tablets, book tuitions, and MiFi with 3 months data. Only children 12 to 17 years old can participate in this smart and Ministry of Health and Wellness raffle. At vaccination sites, each vaccinated child, upon being vaccinated, will receive a ticket to place their name, age, date of birth, BHIS number, and contact information on, which will be filled out by a parent or legal guardian. The sooner a person vaccinates, the more chances he or she will have to win. Get vaccinated, Belize. Vaccination saves lives.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, and we're about to wrap things up. It was a fun and exciting show, we can tell you that much. Noelle and AJ is still here with us, April.
Yes, they're our co-hosts today.
Yeah, they're our co-hosts today. You guys had a lot of fun?
Yes, we did.
Can I ask a question? What's the coolest, you're 10 years old, AJ, you're 9 years old. What's the coolest thing about being a child?
Maybe like learning things, doing fun things.
Okay. AJ? Not eating egg.
No.
That's not cool. So what would be the coolest thing for you, for being a child?
Maybe being able to do like tricks and stuff.
Oh.
So wait.
Uh-huh.
So you don't think you'll be learning things and doing tricks when you're an adult?
No.
Yes, we'll learn how to do new things too as adults. But it was a fun time. And I'll tell you what's the coolest thing, being AJ and Noelle and AJ. They get to do science projects. So let's do it again.
Yes.
Put that Alka-Seltzer in there and let's get some. Ooh, my goodness. There you go. It was a fun time, indeed.
Yes.
And once again, we're in Child Stimulation Month. There's so many ways you can stimulate your child, teaching them new things. Take them for a drive, let them see the trees, let them enjoy the outdoors as well. So many things you can do for your children. It was an excellent time. We've got to go though. If you've got any questions, any concerns, you could drop us a line at... Who got it? Right up on the screen now. Come over right now. There you go.
At OYE@channel5belize.com.
All
Of
right.
course, check out our socials at
Social media. So Facebook at.
For social media.
Uh-huh.
I can't really think.
Oh, it's Open Your Eyes BZ. He can't see Panama.
Open Your Eyes BZ.
On
And on
Facebook,
Instagram
and on
at.
At OYE Belize.
People might be wondering, why do we have
Why
to
do
do
we
this
do
to say
this?
at OYE Belize?
Yes.
You could, we're so thankful. Without you, this is not possible. You actually wake up, open your eyes, and starting your morning right with
Yes.
us.
And of
All right?
course, remember to keep your
eyes
and your mind
and your
heart
hearts open. We'll see you soon. Make sure that you enjoy your weekend, Belize. Enjoy, and let's keep it as easy and as peaceful as possible. Do enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.